Especially, I think, seeing the movie Genesis, it was really incredible to see the video performance of the new GH3. But definitely the new camera is not only developed to create fantastic movies. We also want to target really professional photographers. And from beginning onwards in the development, we were in close cooperation with many professional photographers to get some insights about their demands, their requirements, and create a product that really fits to them. So today I have the chance to have one of the three gentlemen who could try the GH3 prior to the photokina. And please welcome here on the stage Mr. Daniel Berehulak. Daniel. So, Daniel, you're an award-winning photographer, and you're working for Getty Imaging News Services, covering really international jobs. So it's really a pleasure to meet you here in Cologne. Thank you about that. Yeah. We contacted you and we asked you to provide just within 6 days some great photos and test the GH3 in different environments. Where did you decide to go?
I actually took the GH3 for a spin back in India, where I'm actually based, and to one of the places that I actually hadn't been to in 10 years. The first time that I went to India, it was with a backpack, and I landed in Varanasi, and it's a very, very magical place. It's a very spiritual place, and for Hindus, it's very, very important. People once in their lifetime usually make a pilgrimage to the banks of the Ganges River in Varanasi. So it's a very spiritual place. There's so much life and so much going on in the streets. So given the opportunity to test the camera, I thought it'd be a great playground. So many people come, many Hindus come to bathe in the waters they believe to be very, very holy, and this is one of the images that I captured of people bathing in the Ganges River.
I really like the perspective which you took for this picture. But how did you manage it to control still the camera and take the shot?
It was one of the nice things about the GH3 is the actual the flip-out screen. And usually I work with much heavier cameras and cameras which don't have a flip-out screen. So it was actually really, really nice to be able to. You could actually pinpoint the focus and move the focus point around. So what I did with this, just to frame the image, I was able to get the camera low down and also select the focus point, the point close to where the boy was jumping off, and turned up the frame rate, which was really, really responsive and very, very quick. The boys only jumped about 8 times, but during that time I was able to get some really, really interesting images. Which was great. And one of the testing things about working in extreme environments is having the right equipment, and also having equipment that can withstand dust and water to a certain extent. So it was a huge advantage having a camera that is splash-proof, which is resistant to dust. And the autofocus worked really, really well. It's really, really quick. It locks on very, very quickly, especially in this situation. I usually work with a number of two cameras and a number of lenses in pouches, and it was actually really, really nice working with the camera, which is significantly lighter than the camera that I normally use. Nearly every photographer that I know either has neck pain or back pain associated with carrying this equipment. So with the range of lenses, I was able to carry like 3 or 4 different ones, and with this one it was the extra wide-angle lens. So this is back in Delhi. This is the start of the celebration that starts after the holy fasting month of Ramadan, and thousands and thousands of people gather to the largest mosque in South Asia, which is the next location that I chose in Delhi.
This is one of my favorite shots, I have to say. So I like how you captured here the atmosphere. Taking the opportunity, do you arrange these kind of shots, or are you the right man?
As a news photographer, we can't set up photographs. what we show has to be true. So we need to be sort of responsive in capturing these moments. There was 2 cannon blasts that go off usually before the call to prayer for the Jama Masjid in the mosque. And one time beforehand I'd noticed that all the pigeons set off, so I kind of waited for the moment, and the second sort of boom went, and the little boy raised his hands, and it was literally a split second in which he did it. So I had my camera by my side, I pulled it up, and it was really this was the first frame in the actual in the sequence, and I think the nicest one out of the set, and the camera responded really quickly and locked in really quickly on that, allowing me to sort of get a nice unique moment.
I think this is a good example of many pictures I've seen from you, and for me you are like the invisible man. So because nobody's looking at you, so it looks like you capture the scene very natural, so that as you haven't been there at all.
Yeah, it's actually quite tough to do, because usually whenever there's a photographer, whenever you have a camera, everyone is conscious of you. And one of the things that's really nice about the camera is being having mirrorless technology. You can actually operate in silent mode, because what usually gives away your location when you're working in close proximity to people is the sound of the shutter. So most of the time I shot in silent mode, and this enables you to have that kind of intimacy and work closely with subjects and allow you to capture unique moments, which is a real plus. This is a similar example of that, of just being able to work in a certain place.
Whenever we are introducing new Lumix cameras, we talk about we have improved the picture quality, which is totally true, I promise you. So yeah, but I would like to know from your side. So how do you evaluate picture quality, and how do you measure it?
One of the things with picture quality these days, is being able to use your camera in all different lighting scenarios, and especially low light. And now with the cameras going to ridiculous ISOs, the forefront is pretty much having a camera that can really deal with high ISO. So seeing the noise in the image is also important too in testing, and also finding out the quality. So the camera actually, I tried not to push it too far, but the 1600, 2500. The camera was outstanding, and it held up really well. And one of the advantages in also shooting in this kind of scenario, and when there's extremely low light, when it's just ambient light, is the lens selection. This photograph was shot on the Leica 25mm, which is an outstanding, excellent piece of glass. And with we're always trying to balance up, and you don't want to shoot it too high in ISO so you get any kind of noise. So actually having a fast lens, which you can shoot wide open, allows you to sort of drop down the ISO and not use it at high. So it was a real advantage having a really nice lens selection, and the quality certainly speaks for itself. Images, especially in low light, the blacks were very black. There was like hardly any noise at all. It was 14mm. A lot of the fixed lenses were really nice to use. And this once again was with the 25mm with the Leica lens. Another thing that I really wanted to sort of test it out was the like the portrait capacity, and whether it wide open, whether it blew out the background. So I did a various sort of different sort of portraits, and the quality in the detail in the hands worked really well. And also, this was a photograph with the 20mm lens, and the background blows out very nicely. Highlighting the subject worked really nice.
Wow. Great. Yeah, anyway, thank you for taking so many impressive pictures. So really fantastic.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
If you want to see some more of the pictures taken by Daniel, please pick up one of the press kits. You will find them directly at the entrance. And Daniel, thank you very much for joining us here
Absolutely.
today.
Thank you very much.